Remember the books you loved as a kid? When was the last time you read them? Have you ever thought about reading them to your kids? Here's a list of 10 of the top favorite books we loved as kids, according to GoodReads. These are suitable for both boys and girls, from about ages 6 to about 12. The Boxcar Children. This is what made me fall in love with reading. This is perfect for kids ages 6 to 9. You can find this available as a paperback, audiobook, and Kindle. The Choose Your Own Adventure books. These were my favorite library books, and I'd go back and I would get the different topics like Space and Beyond, Journey Under the Sea. I would turn down the corner on the major decisions in the book, and then I'd go back and I would discover new endings. These books are good from about ages 7 to 10. They come in sets, and they only come in paperbacks because they're easier to read this way with the Choose Your Own Adventure. The Great Brain series. Loved these as a kid, and I loved following the adventures of this mischievous brother and what he got up to. He was the biggest con man. The Great Brain is suitable for ages 8 to 12 years old. You can find it in a Kindle, audiobook, paperback, and hardback versions. True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle is one of my favorites. It's an adventure about this girl who finds herself alone on a long sea voyage. There's mutiny and a surprise ending. This one's good for kids ages 9 to 12. You can get it as a Kindle, paperback, and audiobook. The Island of the Blue Dolphins is another favorite. It's good for kids ages 9 to 11. You can find it as a Kindle, audiobook, and paperback. The Indian in the Cupboard series is a fun book. It's good for kids 8 to 12 years old, and you can find it as a paperback, Kindle, and audiobook. The Anne of Green Gables series. Their Kindle, paperback, and the audiobook is actually read by Rachel McAdams, which is a real treat to listen to. Summer of the Monkeys. Follow this 14-year-old boy who finds a tree full of monkeys in Oklahoma. What follows is an adventurous and humorous story which brings back all sorts of good memories. Suitable for ages 8 to 12. Available as a paperback and on Kindle. Pippi Longstocking. So this is a story about the red-headed neighbor with a pet monkey named Mr. Nilsson, a horse on her porch, and plenty of fun adventures. This one's good for 6 to 9-year-olds. It's available as an audiobook, paperback, and Kindle. Remember the Little House on the Prairie series? You probably remember the TV show, but before then it was a book. It was a series of books, and it follows Laura Ingalls Wilder and her real-life adventures as a little girl growing up in Kansas and Minnesota. This is suitable for 8 to 12-year-olds. You can find it as a paperback, audiobook, and Kindle. Now this one's a bonus. Moccasin Trail. I loved this one as well. It's about a young man who has lived with the Crow Native Americans for 6 years. He meets up with a younger brother and sister he hasn't seen since he was a child. He helps them journey west to Oregon. It's about his journey trying to reunite with his family. This one's for older kids, ages 10 to 12, and it's only available as a paperback. I've included links below in the description if you wanted to check them out. They're definitely worth reading again, either for yourself or with your kids or nieces or nephews. Thanks for watching, and enjoy!